Hi, welcome to the concept of linear momentum. Today, we are going to discuss the linear momentum. Program BSc, subject Physics, first semester, Karnataka University, Dharwad, Karnataka. The linear momentum topics we covered today are: first one is introduction, definition of linear momentum, units and dimension of linear momentum, law of conservation of linear momentum for a system of particles. These are the recapitulation points. Learning objectives. In the introduction, first let's see what is the concept of linear momentum. The momentum of a body is defined as the amount of motion contained in a body. Suppose if a body has no velocity, then it has no momentum. How much of velocity present in the body multiplied by mass is the momentum. The quantity of motion of a body depends on: one is the mass of the body, another one is the velocity of the body. And the momentum of a body can be represented by P is equal to m into v. Suppose we have a 5 kg ball which is moving with velocity of 1 meter per second, then it has a momentum of 5 kg meter per second. If you take the same ball and then increase the velocity, then the momentum becomes 25 kg meter per second. Still, let's increase the velocity of this body, then the momentum is still more. So by observing all these three examples, so what I can conclude is that the momentum is increasing for the body which has more velocity. If the body has less velocity, then it has less momentum. If the velocity is zero, then it has zero momentum, no momentum at all. The linear momentum can also be defined quantitatively as the linear momentum is the product of its mass and velocity. It is a vector quantity and its direction is in the direction of velocity. Now let's see what are the units for this linear momentum. The momentum is the product of mass and velocity. Mass is measured in terms of kg and velocity in terms of meter per second. Now kg meter per second is written as it is, and we are multiplying and dividing by s and s. Both are cancelled together. We will get the same thing. So this can be rearranged and written as kg meter per second square into second. That is, this is the unit of force, Newton. Second is placed as it is, Newton second. So the momentum has two units. Either we can represent it in terms of kg meter per second or Newton second. In terms of CGS units, gram centimeter per second. And let's say the dimension of this one. Mass is represented by capital M and velocity is represented in terms of length and time inverse. The total dimension of this linear momentum is mass, length and time inverse. Let's come to the concept of the law of conservation of linear momentum for a system of particles. What is the meaning of conservation? Here the conservation means momentum can neither be created nor be destroyed. Let's consider the system consisting of the single particle. So it is the pendulum. Here we have a single particle system and its momentum is this one, m1 and v1 is the momentum for this particle. Now if you apply the force on this body, then there is a change in momentum for this body. Once force is not applied or force is stopped, force becomes 0 on that one. If now we are not applying any force on this one, at that moment the rate of change of momentum becomes 0, rate of change of momentum becomes 0 and the momentum remains constant. Now we consider the system consisting of two particles here. For these particles also, if the external force is 0, then the total momentum of these two particles is m1 v1 plus m2 v2. So m1 v1 is the mass and velocity of the first particle and m2 v2 is the mass and velocity of the second particle. Now you can see it is the initial velocity and it is the final velocity of the first particle. That means it is a one particle system. When it is collided with another body, the same momentum is transferred, and we can see the same thing in the video. Suppose if we take the n particles system, it is the momentum of the first particle p1, that is m1 v1, and momentum of the second particle m2 v2, momentum of the third particle m3 v3, and so on for the n particles. And similarly, the total linear momentum is the vector sum of the individual particles linear momentum, and if we sum together p1 v plus p2 plus p3 and so on up to pn, the linear momentum of system of particles is P is equal to capital M into V0. F net is equal to dP by dt. Mass is constant and only the variable is velocity. Then dV by dt is acceleration, mass into acceleration is force. If the net force on the system is 0, which is isolated, and then the momentum, change in momentum becomes 0 and the momentum becomes constant, the total linear momentum of the system cannot change. So this is what is the law of conservation. Initial linear momentum is equal to the total final linear momentum. Some of the important points that should be known about the linear momentum is the conservation of linear momentum is applied only when the applied external force is 0. And another one is the conservation of linear momentum can be applied only in collisions. The twin system is isolated. The linear momentum is not conserved if the motion is rotational. In rotational motion we cannot apply this linear conservation momentum. Suppose if the particle is striking a wall and reflecting, then the average force exerted by the particle on the wall is equal to the change in momentum by time of contact. That's what is the impulse. That is the impulse. What is the meaning of impulse? If a large force acting on the particles during a small interval of time that causes change in momentum. This is, suppose if two bodies are colliding We have seen accidents, and we will see accidents, and we will be seeing the accidents. These are the example for the collisions. If the force acting on a particle between the time interval t1 to t2, this may affect the momentum. According to the Newton's second law, the force is equal to dp by dt. Or we can also write this equation as change in momentum is equal to the force into change in time. If the time of interval between t1 to t2 and the initial momentum changed from initial to final momentum, that is pf minus pi is equal to f into t2 minus t1. This is the change in momentum. Can be written in terms of force into t2 minus t1. This is the time of interaction. One body is colliding with the other body. Now the other body is moving with this one. So in this, the momentum is conserved in these two bodies. Let's discuss some of the multiple choice questions. The momentum of any body is calculated by adding mass and velocity, multiplying mass by velocity, multiplying mass by acceleration, dividing force by acceleration. The answer is multiplying mass by velocity. Now let's see the second question. What is the SI unit of linear momentum? The SI unit of linear momentum is kg meter per second. Now let's see the third question. The momentum of a 24.1 gram bullet fired at 630 meter per second is. So we need to calculate this momentum by taking the mass and also the velocity. We have to multiply both this and we'll get 1.518 Newton second. Now let's come to the next question. Question number 4. The dimension of linear momentum is. So you can guess this answer. The answer is first one. Right. And now let's come to the next question. The time rate of change of momentum of a particle is equal to, according to the Newton's second law, that is the net force acting on the particle. The law of conservation of linear momentum, that is the total initial momentum, is equal to the total final linear momentum. The answer is B. The total linear momentum of the bullet and the gun, which was 0 before the bullet was fired, remains the same even after the firing the bullet. This is because of the linear momentum is conserved. Impulse is defined as a large force acting during a small interval of time. Answer is B. The expression for the impulse is F into dt. The impulse is equal to the change in linear momentum. Thank you for watching this video.